What's up, everybody? Welcome to another B.M.B podcast. I'm a little bit under the weather, but this is BJ,
This is Mike.
and Mr. Brian's not going to be joining us this session. But
He's on the DL.
yeah, he's a little injured right now. Nah, but he'll probably be with us next time, though. So yeah, I mean, episode 15. Can't believe we're 15 episodes in. It's kind of crazy, when we first. How many years we've been talking about doing a podcast?
At least 2.5, maybe 3 years running on it.
Yeah, and now we're 15 episodes in, so
I know, we're almost legal to drive.
we can get our permits.
yeah, we can only go back and forth to work, though.
Yeah, shit, not me when I was 15.
Not even work, damn, 15?
When I got my permit when I was 15, I think my dad was tired of taking me places. He was like, just don't get caught.
That's gangster.
Yeah, he just said, just don't get caught.
Do you remember going to, like, driving ed school and stuff?
You know what? Yeah, well, we didn't
Did you have the class?
We didn't have the driver training class in school. We had the class where you prepare you to take the permit, the written test.
At school, though?
Yeah, at school.
So you didn't have to go to, like, a classroom and do that whole thing where you had to have a certain amount of hours, like in...
Yeah, that was just like, it only prepared you for the written part. It wasn't like we went out like back in the 80s where they would actually have the classes in high school where they go in a car and they drive.
But you never did. But you didn't go to a class to actually do that, though.
Yes,
Okay.
my dad paid for it. Was like a outside
Driver's ed, right?
driver's ed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Paid a company that did it, and the guy would. It was a funny story about that shit.
Some weirdo.
It was like I don't know, an Indian dude, right? And he would pick me up from my house, and we go rolling around, and every time we drove, we would stop at this like, I don't know, kind of shady apartment, and he'd tell me to pull over here, and then he would go, and like 5 minutes later he'll come out and tell me, okay, pull back in. He'll be like, pull back into the traffic, and then go down here, take a right, and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, okay. I'm thinking, what the fuck is he picking up?
Yeah.
In these apartments. I hope I ain't doing drug stops for this guy while he's teaching me how to drive.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So he was cool, but I drove a lot with my dad teaching me, so I was okay when he was teaching me.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, oh, I see you've been driving. I said, yeah, I drive with my dad. He's like, oh, you're pretty good. And I was like, yeah, yeah, it was just weird. I don't know why we were stopping at this apartment every time.
Probably had to go. He probably had to go boo boo.
I don't know, maybe.
I remember when I went in to take my test. I jumped in the car and stuff, and then like my mom's waiting for me outside. And I guess I get in the car. I do the whole thing. He's like, all right, park here, do a 3-point turn, blah blah blah. He's like, all right, go straight. And then he's like, I'm gonna take you on a shortcut. You seem like you're fine. He took me on the shortcut, made me do all the necessary things that I had to do, like make a right, make a left, do that whole thing, and I was already back, and my mom was like freaking out. She thought I failed.
Yeah.
Because there's like another kid that went out at the same time, and he was still out there for a little while, and then I came back all early. My mom was like all scared that I did something wrong. I was like, no, he took me on a shortcut.
That's cool. At least you passed on your first time, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how long it took me?
No way. I think I remember maybe 3.
It was 4.
Oh my gosh. I think, now that you say that, I think I remember you saying that.
Yeah, but it was the first 2 times I didn't even get to actually drive.
Is it seatbelt?
It was, my dad had I don't know if it was the horn. His horn didn't work in his car, or the windshield was cracked. Either one. Like the 2 times in a row, like one was the horn and the next one was the windshield was cracked. So we had to reschedule.
Oh my gosh.
And then the 3rd time, I actually took the test, and the guy saw, pull over to the right, park right there on the side of the street. And I did. And then he says, get back in traffic. So as I was, had my signal on looking, about to go back in traffic, well, he made me stop right when you take a right turn, stop right there. So as I'm going back, some guy just comes flying around the corner. And so he pulled my wheel back so the guy wouldn't hit me. So I guess that's an automatic fail.
That fool was driving wrong.
That guy, he just come flying around the corner, didn't stop, and then because he had to save me from hitting somebody, even though it wasn't my fault, really. But he said that's an automatic fail. I was like, okay, whatever.
Wow.
So the fourth time it was a breeze. Nobody cut my ass off on the corner, and yeah, took a minute.
Damn.
Yeah, man. But I got that shit, man. I was so happy. So happy. Yeah, man. But thinking about, back in the day, 15, legal to drive, 16, getting your license. I know we all played video games back in the day.
Yes, we did.
And, from all the systems, from Atari, the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, the Genesis, TurboGrafx 16,
Woo.
to,
Little Tiger handheld ones.
Tiger handheld, Game Boy,
Sega Genesis.
Sega, just all those.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, and I was thinking, it just crossed my mind though about it is like, what was the first games we actually played, and was it who'd you play with?
Mine was for sure had to be Nintendo. That I know that was like first like mine. I remember my parents. I don't remember getting it exactly. I don't remember that, but I remember Mario was like the first game I remember playing.
Yeah.
And I remember coming home and my mom being on Mario Brothers and already like farther than I am. And I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, you're farther than me. What are you doing? So that started me off in my video game. I love video games. That's like a real big pastime. One thing I do love though is that we then, just as much as we were in front of that screen, we were outside though. But I mean, we would play with all the neighborhood kids. We'd get together when 64 came, or when Super Nintendo came out. We'd do Mario Brothers and Street Fighter tournaments, where we'd sit in that room and just be playing back and forth between each other, But it slowly graduated from that then to, what was it? Maybe when PlayStation came out, I believe Mortal Kombat was out, and that was a little bit older. Mm-hmm. But we would do the same, But like it was, we were just as much as playing that, we were outside causing trouble too. But I would have to say Super Mario Brothers Nintendo was my first one that I can recall.
No, the first one, or like 2, or 3 was like always the best one.
Yeah, 3 was the ish, but I remember the original Nintendo or the original Mario's.
Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking crazy. I remember even before Nintendo, like, because I had older sisters, and we actually had an Atari.
Nice.
Like the original Atari. And, like, it had, like, what was it? Pong, and I forgot the other game that it had. And I got it. It was sitting in a box forever, right? And I was thinking, I was like, well, let me see if I can make this thing work. So I try to see how to hook it up, because I'm young. I'm thinking I'm like 6, 5.
Okay.
So I'm trying to see how this thing works. And I know it's a video game because there's some cartridges, and I'm like, oh, let me see if I can get this to work. And I kind of got it to work, and I think I was playing Pong.
Nice.
And but I was by myself though, and I got it to work, but I couldn't get it to work no more. I don't know if it was the cable was bad or I was doing something wrong, but that was like my first time ever playing any kind of video game.
That's kind of cool too that you did it yourself,
Yeah, well, I don't know. You know what's funny? I did a lot of stuff by myself as a kid, which is weird. Like, meaning, like, I was like one of those kids who I'd never kind of just, asked like my older sisters or like my dad, hey, how do you do that? I just
tried it,
and looked at it and just tried to figure it out.
Hell yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so, and then of course, my first one that I owned was the Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent many hours on Nintendo. I mean, favorite games, I was playing Excite Bike and Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt and Contra. Contra was the game.
Yeah.
I didn't own Contra, but there was like this little video store by my house, and me and my sister would always rent it, and we would play together. Like me and my one of my older sisters, we would play Contra and other games, and it was cool. Like I love that Nintendo. Um, yeah.
Yeah, all the little tricks he used to have to do when the cartridge wasn't work. Blow on it. People would be like, "Don't lick it." I knew a guy that one of my buddies, Kevin. Man, we had endless nights playing video games in his room. Man,
Uh-huh.
my we would go over there. My mom would always say, "I know when you're at Kevin's because everybody in their house smokes, you know." But I'd be in there forever, where I would reek of cigarettes,
Yeah.
and but we would be in there for days, man. Like tweakers, just on the video games, Zelda, all of them, man. Oh gosh, there was so many. Pitfall.
Oh, Pitfall. Ninja Gaiden was one of my favorites too.
Yeah, Ninja Gaiden was definitely a good one.
Yeah, and Shinobi.
Yep. See, I would go to my dad's on the weekends, and we had a Sega over there, Sega Genesis, and I would always get Road Rash. I think was one of the bike games where you get like a chain, you'd be able to hit people.
You get like a bat too, something like
Yeah,
that.
you would just go forever. Like there was no premise of the game; it would just be for miles, you know. And my dad used to play with me, and I don't remember him playing too many games, but he would play that one with me, and I think Ultra Beast or something.
Beast. Yeah, Ultra Beast was on Sega, right?
Yeah, that came with it when you bought it at that time.
Yeah, I remember that package. Yeah, that package. Well, I think when I got my Sega, my Genesis, it was the Sonic package.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that one, the first Sonic, and then later on I bought the Sonic and Tails one, which was pretty cool. But shit, I think my favorite console, it has to be the Genesis for me.
Yeah, I'm kind of partial to the Genesis too. I mean, I love Nintendo, but I think it's because it was mine. It was what I had, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read a funny book about that, the whole Sega Genesis and Nintendo war that they had kind of going on back and forth. It was a really interesting book. And it was just all about that time, about fighting over who the dominance between those two games, man.
No,
or systems.
Yeah, no, they both were legit. I mean, you couldn't say that one was better than the other one. I mean, some had better games, some had different ones, but I like them both. I didn't have the Super Nintendo. I would only play it like at a friend's house, so I didn't really. I think I went away from Nintendo because I didn't own a Super Nintendo.
Okay.
So I was like, I kind of went away from Nintendo after that because I got the Genesis and then the PlayStation after that.
Yeah, see, I think I had Sega at my dad's. I know I had Nintendo at my mom. And Super Nintendo, I think I mostly played that with just friends. I don't know if I had a Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
But I want to say I probably did. And then I remember PlayStation came out and just completely annihilated everything.
I was like, a disc? What?
Yeah, what is this?
Got a disc? Put a disc in? I was like, I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't have to blow my cartridges anymore. And you know what I used to do to try to clean them? I'll dip a Q-tip in alcohol and try to clean it to get the dust off.
Yeah, I remember you used to like go in and out, in and out, in and out. People would move their finger around that little space and move it around. They'd do all these things. It was everybody had their own little way, and then like I'd be playing with my buddy Kevin, and he'd be like, "Nah, it's not working. Let me try it." And then he would do it, and then his thing would work, and so he would do it every single time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, that was funny.
Yeah, I would buy Nintendo, but I need to get that setup that you have, that game setup.
Yeah. I wish I was on it more and played with it more, but yeah, that was awesome. I mean, it wasn't that expensive. It was like I think like $2 for just the what am I trying to say? The Shield, the NVIDIA Shield, and then you just get all the emulators and put it in there, and then you just got to download the games. The only problem that I have a lot is mapping the controllers.
Oh, you gotta do it yourself.
Yeah, you got to map. Some of them get it, and then it's like you got to learn it every single time, for every single system. And then by the time I don't play it enough that I remember exactly, so it's kind of like a learning curve every single time. But I enjoy it. I go back play like Echo, a Sight Bike, Road Rash. I was going back playing that. That one was fun.
Yeah.
I want to go back and play Toe Jam and Earl.
Oh shit! I remember Toe Jam and Earl.
Yeah, that one, and then gosh, There's a lot of them that I'd like to go back. Duke Nukem and or GoldenEye. Oh my god, how many times did I play GoldenEye?
GoldenEye was, see, when the 64 came out, that GoldenEye game was just life to me and my friends, and that was like my freshman year, I think. I think it was like my freshman year in high school or something like that. When that came out, I was just like, we used to play. You can play 4 people on that game, right?
Yeah, that was the first time you played like groups like that. You know?
Oh man, we would have battles
for days,
talking shit.
Stop looking at my screen.
Yeah, like, you looked at me. You knew where I was. I was like, oh yeah, we used to have some battles, man. Me and my 3 other friends, man. That was crazy.
Yeah, see, I used to like Duke Nukem because you used to be able to put like lasers where you could put a laser at the bottom of the door, and then if they passed through the laser, it would blow them up.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, so I used to like playing that one, but I mean that started all that,
The first-person shooter games, or not first-person shooter?
Well, I think I wasn't PC, so I think Counter-Strike, right, was one of the big first ones.
When I was going to college at UEI back in 2003, learning computers, like on our breaks, there was some kid there. We learned how to do a LAN.
Yeah.
So we connected everybody in the class.
Mm-hmm.
So like on breaks, mostly the guys, the girls are like, I don't give a fuck about that. We would play Counter-Strike, and that was the first time I ever played a first-person shooter game.
Mm-hmm.
And I sucked, and I still suck at first-person shooter games. I can't grasp I don't know. It's just not me. I always play. As I got older, I got away from the Marios and all that. I just strictly was playing sports games.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got more into sports. So I was playing like Madden and NBA games and baseball games and whatnot. And but no, Counter-Strike, it was cool. It was a cool game, but it was just kind of cool that I was like, we can actually connect everybody and they can play and like in the server. And I was like, damn, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, be in multiple different areas. And now look at it now, man. They're doing all this stuff on the phone and everything. Like I'm like PUBG, stuck on PUBG, man. Like I love that game. It's like having Call of Duty, because I got addicted to Call of Duty for a minute, man.
Mm-hmm.
Surprised Laura didn't leave me. Like, you're on the damn game every single time. I'm like, yeah, okay. So I find that's what I kick playing games, because I used to love. I mean, I had clans. We'd help each other out, chipping money. We had all this stuff. One guy, like, his system broke. We all chipped in money, lost his job. And then we were over a span of like at least like 4 different Call of Duties. We all played. I mean, when PlayStation 2 went to 3, we were all there.
Damn.
Yeah, and then when PlayStation 4 came out, that's when I was stopped kind of playing.
Mm-hmm.
And then now with PUBG, it's kind of nice because like if I'm just sitting somewhere, I can just play it real fast, and I don't really get stuck on it too much,
That's true, and it's free unless you want to buy like some upgrades or something.
Yeah, I ain't that dumb.
That's they charge a lot, don't they?
Dude, they say like Fortnite makes like $10 million a day or something. Or they talk about how much they make a day, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? I'm in like the completely wrong field, and it's like you buy fake stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But these people, they just get addicted. I mean, they make it addicted. There's all these studies what they do, and they know what they're doing. With this loot packages and all this crap. Like there was a whole lawsuit about loot packages and stuff. Is it gambling and stuff? But yeah, video games went a very, very long way.
Yeah, they make that's where they really make their money, because like I have like on PS3 I have NBA 2K games. And if you want to improve your created player,
mm-hmm.
either you're going to grind it out, and if you have a good game, you get a certain amount of what they call VC. It's like coin, and you can use to upgrade your player or whatnot. But that could take forever. So if you just want to buy a bunch of VC, You can pay the money and get it right away. I've done it twice before, and I was just like, what am I doing? Like, why am I
Yeah.
like this is not how I should be spending my money. I was like, nah, I'm good on this. I'm not. If he gets better, he gets better, but I'm not gonna pay no money to make him better just instantly. I'm not that. I don't play it enough for me to want to put money into it like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, I'm stupid. I don't know why I put money try to improve my player.
But hey, well, at least you were able to make that assumption, or make that or
Yeah.
think of that, because some people don't, man. They just keep
Mm-mm.
on spending that money.
Hell yeah, 10 million though.
Something ridiculous, man. I should type it up right now and
It's
see.
a popular game, but I heard of I think a new Call of Duty game's coming out soon.
Yeah, and they're gonna do the same type of
Uh, Layout like PUBG and Fortnite and stuff.
yeah, like that.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, once they do that, yeah,
It's a wrap because I mean Call of Duty is a big brand. I mean Fortnite and PUBG is cool, but this is Call of Duty.
yeah,
So I think Fortnite and PUBG will probably take a shit for a little bit or
yeah.
whatnot.
But see, the thing is, the phone's gonna keep them alive, because there's no entry to that. Like, there's so many people that have.
Phones over systems, right?
Yeah. If you think about it, and multiple people, because like, let's say one household might have one,
Yeah,
but in a household, you could have 4 kids in there, and every single person has a phone.
that's true.
So I mean, I don't know if it'll directly kill it, but I mean, I would imagine they would have to get hurt from it at least a little bit. But I don't know, man. The video game, or the game, the phone field is just ripe, for people just to come in.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Call of Duty is probably itching to do something, but I bet they have some type of contract with like PlayStation and Xbox that they can't come out with their own. Because what stops them from just doing what PUBG did, and cutting out PS3? But I'm pretty sure they give them a big advance and all this stuff.
Probably so. Yeah, unless you, because they got some of the systems that have those specialties to only the system, like it's a
Yep.
PlayStation only game or a Xbox only game and things like that. And that kind of sucks because it would suck for the creator of the game because it'd be like, look, I mean, I appreciate the check you're giving me to make this exclusively only to PlayStation, but I can make more money if I can make it available for Xbox and PC.
Yeah.
So I like games who, make it accessible to play on PC, Xbox, or PlayStation.
Cross-platform.
Yeah, because if I'm a game developer, I don't want them on just one system.
No.
You're not gonna make as much money doing that way. So that's just me. But yeah, I mean the graphics today games are just ridiculous. You go back and play like a Nintendo game, and you be like, "Damn, I usually used to get hype after this playing these games." But they were fun, and it wasn't a bunch of loading. Take forever to load up. It was like put in, bing,
Yeah.
pop up, player 1 or 2 player, you're in, you're playing, like just like that instantly. Now it's like it takes you gotta have all those downloads. It takes what, I don't know, an hour or so to get the downloads for the game and then the updates.
Yeah, we were at Laura's cousin's house, and I forgot, he must have got the new Call of Duty, and he's like, "Hey, you want to play Call of Duty?" And I think he bought it for his son, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, let's play." And I haven't played Call of Duty in I don't know how long. I'm like, "Let's do it." I'm curious of how far they came.
Yeah.
Put that thing in there. We couldn't even figure out how to update the game. Couldn't figure out how to get it going. This is a new PlayStation 4. I had to call Lalo, and then Lalo's like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, it's gonna take forever. You might as well just let it go." And then the thing was running the whole time we were there. Me and Laura must have been there for 3 hours. I mean, he might not have had the best internet, and he was doing it over Wi-Fi. But I was like, "Really? You can't even just jump into a game and play?"
I know it sucks, man. I'm just like, can I just play the game already? All these stupid uploads and, and updates and stuff. Yeah, it sucks.
It's funny though, with that NVIDIA Shield, I'll like go through, because I just downloaded everything like in a massive like file, like it's like all of Sega Genesis games,
Damn.
And I'm running through there, and there's some ones that are in there that I'm like, really? Like they had like Barbie, they had like Speedy Gonzales.
Really?
Yeah. There's so many games in there. I'm just like, I cannot believe they put games to some of these things, you know?
Yeah, I remember Shaq Fu.
Yeah, Shaq Fu. I was playing Shaq Fu.
I was like,
They talk about Shaq Fu doing a Shaq Fu too. I just heard.
I heard about that. Shaq was even talking about it. I was like, man,
Yeah.
nobody want to play no damn Shaq. Nobody wants no Shaq Fu 2.
Yeah. Hey, we were over here in that same cousin that we were trying to load up that PlayStation. I showed him what I had, and he's like, "You got NBA Jam?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh yeah.
He was on that thing. He was sitting there forever. That was before I knew I couldn't figure out how to do 2 controllers to play at once. You know,
okay.
so we can battle each other or play each other.
Uh-huh.
But I just let him sit there, man. He went to 2 games. He's like, "I love this game so much."
Yeah, NBA Jam is one of the ones I played a lot in arcade.
Yeah, that was that. Oh, in arcade.
Arcade, yeah. Like I think that was like one of the games I played. That one and Mortal
Blitz?
Kombat.
Oh, okay.
No, and Blitz. I forgot about Blitz.
Yeah.
Yeah. I play a lot of NBA Jam on arcade and Mortal Kombat and try to do all the freaking combos and the fatality.
Oh yeah, remember back in the day they were thinking the video game thing was like the reason why everybody's all violent and stuff, and they thought blaming Mortal Kombat.
Oh, they do that. They say it about music, video games. Yeah. But what about all those violent movies they let us watch?
Oh no, we can't. It can't be that.
You know.
No, they pay too much money.
I mean, it's crazy. Some of those movies is like, good lord.
Yeah, remember like all the Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, those Steven Seagal's, all those ones were crazy. And they're not including all these scary movies they have out now.
I know, that's true. Yeah, they're slaughtering people left and right in those movies.
Mm-hmm. Shame.
We just play them and have fun with them, but they think it makes us violent. I don't know. It's just
it's stupid. They have like in China and like Japan and all those cultures, they play way more video games than we do, way more hours, and they're not as violent as we are. I mean, granted, do they sit there and play forever and almost sometimes kill themselves by like getting, I forget what they call it. There's a word that they just like, they don't leave the house, they don't do anything, and like some people like literally just die right in front of the thing playing their video games.
What the really?
Yeah, it's crazy. Damn. Or go and commit suicide afterwards, you know? It's crazy. Yeah. But I mean, they're not as violent, you know, from it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think when I was playing like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter or Contra or something, I was thinking like, oh, I want to go shoot up something.
No.
You know, like no, I was just like, it's a fun game, I'm play it.
Yeah, if anything, it took out maybe the aggression that you had. You were able to leave it there at that video game, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Some people use it as a stress reliever.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, let me get on this game real quick and let me calm down a little bit.
Yeah, but there's a couple crazy things, though, too. Like, there's a Steam. You've heard of Steam, right?
Where you can rent games,
Yeah, so you can play them online and stuff. Mm-hmm. And, you know, they are kind of like its own platform, so anybody can make a game and just put it out there, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of grassroots style. But I guess this guy wanted to make an active shooter game at schools, like where you go and you shoot up kids at school.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, but Steam was kind of like, well, whatever, we're just a platform, you could put it up. And I'm like, man, that's rough, man. That guy's trolling. He tried to say it was like for educational reasons, but I know Steam got a lot of backlash of it, which I believe is rightfully so, you know? Mm-hmm. I mean, you got to have a line somewhere, you know?
If you're going to make a game like that, you got to put that out yourself. I mean, if a big company like Steam is going to provide that for you I was like, nah, man. You got to have some boundaries.
Yeah, exactly.
of stuff. Like, I bet there's some games that they won't let you make. I mean, you can make them, but they're not going to let you put it out to the public.
Yeah.
So that's going to be some bootleg stuff right there. So, and what system, unless it's going to be a PC game, because I bet PlayStation or Microsoft.
Oh, it was strictly PC.
Oh, is it strictly PC?
Yeah, like I don't know, no device or no PlayStation or Xbox were picking that up for nothing.
Yeah, so he's probably going to have to sell that bootleg, because I don't think no company that lets you play games online is going to provide that game for you.
Steam said they'll do it.
Yeah, because they just want that money.
Hmm. I think also too is like they just take the stance kind of like YouTube. You know, back in the day when YouTube was around, like they were just saying that it's freedom of speech. You can put up whatever you want. We don't have any. We don't want any ties to it. You know,
Yeah.
you're doing this, not us. But after a while, you get a name for yourself. You get recognition. You get brand. You get branded YouTube. You know, and you have to keep your publicity good. And if you're allowing that, you know, so now they have to. Now they have to censor stuff. So that's the same thing that's happened to Steam right now. You know, like do whatever you want. You know, it's the wild wild west. But now that they're getting the backlash, now you got to be. You know, now this is going to start happening to them too. You know.
Yeah, that's true. I know one thing with YouTube that some people I would follow, they're kind of pissed at YouTube because YouTube used to, if you didn't have the prescription where you don't get the ads,
Mm-hmm.
they would, some of those videos, they had no problem putting their ads on them, but like anything that had like a lot of violence
Oh yeah.
or a lot of profanity, they didn't have ads on there no more. So some of those YouTubers weren't making any money anymore. So
Well, yeah.
they're kind of pissed off. They're like, "What the hell? I mean, we were getting paid by you guys, and we were fine. All of a sudden, now you want to, because of our content, I mean, and say they have like 1 million followers or whatever, they're not going to, they don't want to put ads on their material."
See, but that wasn't from YouTube though. YouTube
Oh,
could
no.
care less.
Oh, it's the advertisement?
Yeah, the advertisers are the ones that are like, okay, why am I going to want to have a KFC ad? You know, and then this guy's talking about killing all these people or being racist or, you know, we don't even want to be associated with that, you know?
No, I got you.
So that's, I mean, YouTube could care less. I mean, YouTube probably is like, whatever, let's just sell as many ads as we want, you know? But it was coming down from the advertisers that are like, well, I don't want my content to come before or something like that. Because imagine you're watching this hate speech or something, you know, who knows what it is, you know, or whatever they're talking about, you know, and then somebody's watching it that really offended by it, but they see a Pepsi commercial, and then now they're associating Pepsi with that, and they're like, "Why are you guys coming before this? Do you guys support this? Is this what you guys are about?" You know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where that led to.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of how it happened, you know?
Well, I can understand that though.
Yeah, to some degree, right?
But some of the stuff I was watching, I was like, I mean, they might cuss or say some like raunchy stuff, but I'm just like, it's not to the point where, I don't know. I guess they can, their advertisement, they don't have to associate who they don't want to associate with, so that's on them though. But I kind of felt bad because they're like, fuck YouTube and blah blah blah, and I was like,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, what are you gonna do?
Well, yeah. What are you gonna do? And then segueing into music from YouTube, that J Rock Redemption. You're talking about the episode 2, right?
No, the J Rock, his new album, Redemption.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
Brand spanking new album. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna have to go get.
Yeah, J Rock. But no, yeah, I mean, I remember when J Rock's last album came out, 90059. It was a good album, but I believe he got in a motorcycle accident.
Okay.
So he was, he was just chilling for a minute because had to recover, had some bad injuries, a couple broken bones, so he didn't get to promote. He didn't get to go on tour. He's all, I had everything lined up, to do this, and this, and then this happened. I'm just like, damn.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's why this album's called Redemption, because it's like every time, like when he first came out, that one song he had with Lil Wayne, you remember back in like 07?
Yeah, the Hood Gonna Love Me.
It was no, not Hood Gonna Love Me. It was I think it was All My Life or something like that. It was a pretty popular song, but something went wrong with the record label. They somebody bought Warner, who he was on.
Yeah.
And those new people came over, and the
They
people
had their own people.
promised J Rock something, so the new people were like, no, well, we're gonna go a different direction. So he got screwed a couple times, and then his accident. So he's like, this is my redemption album. Like, I've been through a lot, and I'm ready to go. But man, when I first heard it, I was like, shit, I'm on, it's cool. But I think when I play music at night, when I'm kind of tired, I don't really get into it. So I was like, let me play it again while I'm alert, so I can understand what's going on. So I played it in my car, and I was like, okay, it was growing on me. I was like, okay, no, this is this is actually a good album. Listen to what he's saying. I mean, he has different production than he usually does, like different sounds that he usually does, like quite a bit trap beats in there.
Okay.
But just I like it. It has good energy. I mean, of course, he has songs on there with Kendrick. Um, I think I forget what else he has on there, but I think it's an all around good album. A lot of energy. Then he has those those hood records, and then he has those inspirational records. So I mean I like the J Rock album. I mean he's pretty cool. I mean there's been a lot of albums popping out like the past couple months. Like
There's a lot of good ones.
Yeah, like a bunch. So.
Yeah, like J Rock, I didn't know. He just finally came. He had that one. Was it Redemption episode 1?
Oh, you're talking about the little documentary.
Yeah, and then he just put out 2. Episode 2 just came out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw both of them. Yeah, it's just kind of telling the story. If you go to episode 1, you're gonna see how he finally came on and he was with Warner and he was with Lil Wayne, and then I think, or before he got with Lil Wayne, I think 2 was like when he was with Lil Wayne and he was blowing up and shit went bad with the record company. So it's pretty much kind of telling his music story when he first got signed, and him and TDD and how him and Kendrick met and Absol and Schoolboy Q and all that stuff and how they grinded.
Yeah, that was interesting between them. I don't know if it was Absol or Schoolboy. I think it was Schoolboy Q. He was like, "Yeah, I wasn't even really a rapper."
Yeah, no, that was Schoolboy. Yeah, he said he wasn't really rapping. He was just hanging.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, I have an old Schoolboy mixtape, and you see how he rapped then to now. Like, oh, he's improved a lot, like a lot.
Yeah,
you can tell he worked on his craft, and he's a way better rapper now than he was back then.
See, I never knew that J Rock was the one that kind of was the grinder, the first person out the gate. You know, I know Kendrick. I remember hearing about Kendrick all the time, and then through Kendrick, I remember then I got into J Rock, but I didn't know J Rock, and I like that fact that like J Rock just pushed, and anything that he did, he tried to get Kendrick in there, and I like that about Kendrick. He's just like, that's my big brother, man. Yeah. He was there, he pushed me, and I don't know, that shows a lot of, like, that makes me want to like J-Rock even more than I already do.
Yeah, first time I heard J-Rock was like one on the LA hip hop stations, and there's this song by Busta Rhymes called New York Shit. So J-Rock made a song called LA Shit.
Nice.
And I heard it on the radio, and it was the same beat as the Busta Rhymes song, but he put his own flip to it, LA Shit, and I was like, damn, this was pretty dope. And then I started hearing other songs by him, and then there's this website called livemixtapes.com.
Mm-hmm.
And Dat Piff, you remember Dat Piff? I don't know if you've ever been on those websites.
No.
It's like mid 2000s, 2006. Somewhere around there. Well, you can download mixtapes. Like people always, they post all their mixtapes on there.
I think I remember that site for some reason.
Yeah. So I would see for some reason I was really into mixtapes back then. So I see somebody, I was like, go on by their cover. I could be like, nah, that fool's whack. Nah. Okay, he looks pretty dope. Let me click on this and see how this sounds. So you can actually sample. Before you download it, you can actually sample the whole mixtape and play it.
Yeah, I think I remember this website now.
Yeah, so I would do that, and I got a J-Rock mixtape, and I was bumping that. I was like, okay, this is cool, and I found some other people, even early Drake mixtapes before Drake was who he was.
Who?
Who? Aubrey Graham. One little thing about Drake though. His album coming out tomorrow, but I know you really don't care. But I was just tripping because I saw his
that music video.
No, the track listing.
The track listing?
Yeah, the track listing. He has a feature with Jay-Z on there.
No way.
Which I thought him and Jay-Z were kind of. I thought they were beefing a little bit.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And somebody said that on that they have a new album out, The Carters, with Beyonce and Jay-Z that just came out. And I guess this is one song they think that Jay took a shot at Drake. So I'm kind of surprised to see a feature with Jay-Z on Drake's new album, unless it wasn't a shot at Drake, just people just thinking it's a shot at Drake.
Oh.
Maybe they talked, and they're good now. But yeah. But enough about Drake.
I did watch his. I did watch one of his music videos, and it was. I think he did it all. He did a music video with all the people from his show.
Oh, Degrassi.
Yeah,
the TV show used to be on there. Yeah, but
yeah. So I don't know if that's an old song or not. I'm such a big fan of his. But I watched the music video, and it was like all the people from that show. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. He did that.
Yeah, I never watched the show. I just saw clips because of when I found out who Drake was. They said he used to be in a TV show, but I was like, it's kind of false though in the video because he was in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
After he got shot in the show, so he should have rolled up in a wheelchair. It would have been a little bit more legit.
Yeah, that's true.
They called him Wheelchair Jimmy.
Wheelchair Jimmy.
That was that though, but no. Huh?
I was gonna say, you listen to that Nas?
Dog. You know what? I can't listen to. I have to go back to the days when you didn't listen to review videos. People reviewing
beforehand.
Yeah, I can't because sometimes that influences you if you don't like it or not.
Yeah.
So I listen to these guys called Deadhead Hip Hop. They always do reviews on new albums, and the first thing was like, oh, you know what? This Nas, he didn't really. He's kind of like Kanye was like, you want to do an album, and Nas was just like, okay, cool, whatever.
It sounded like yeah, I'm kind of the same way.
But I was like, nah, I love the album.
I do. There's only about like 3 tracks I like about it. It seemed to me, I can kind of understand where those guys are coming from. It seemed like he phoned it in a little bit, but I think it's White Label is one of the songs, and then I don't remember, but there's like 3 of them that I'm just like, man, oh my god, I like those.
Yeah. I don't listen to Nas for... People said, well, Nas needs better production. He's never had good beats. I'm like, you don't listen to Nas for his beats. You listen to him for his lyrics.
Yeah, yeah.
And the song that he has with Kanye and The Dream called Everything, just, that's my song right there. That's a dope song. And...
That's the one where he's saying, like, if I could change anything, I'd change everything.
I love that song. That's just a dope song. And just, I'm glad Kanye... That kind of remind me of a older kind of Kanye vibe, because I don't know, Kanye produced all the songs on this album, but Nas just needs a little good groove, and he just needs to spit. That's all I want from Nas. I don't care about like having the 808s and all in a big ass snare. It don't have to be too
complicated or anything.
Mm-mm. Nah, just if Nas gives me those lyrics that I'm trying to hear, I'm cool with it. But no, I like the Nas album though.
Yeah, I listen to it pretty constantly, and I'll still go back. That I don't know I think there's a track White Label that I really gravitate to. I really like that beat too, even on it.
Yeah. No.
And I tried to after that. I tried to go and listen to all those littles. What is that? Is that trap or what is that exactly called?
I don't know. It's just.
Whatever.
Whatever. A new genre of rap, I guess.
Yeah, I tried to go in there and listen to them. I must have listened to 12 different guys, like their top 3 songs. Man, that was rough. Man, and I try to go in there with an open mind.
Yeah.
Try to go in there. Liked a lot of their beats. Some of their producers were great, but the lyrics and what they were saying and over and over. I mean, whatever. It's got an audience to somebody, but I'm just not that audience.
Yeah.
I'm not going to dog anybody, but it was just something that I couldn't get into.
No, I feel you. Somebody told me about this group called Juice WRLD. You ever heard of them?
Nuh-uh.
So I was like, okay, who's this Juice WRLD person? So I go and I try to listen to him, and he sounds just like all the littles. And I'm just like, okay, they hyping up this Juice WRLD person. I'm like, let me go check it out. So I check it out. I'm just like, nah, man. I don't know if it's my age, but I can't.
Couldn't do it.
I can't do it. I can't do it, and it kind of sucks because when we were younger, we would like our parents' music, right? Pretty much, like what our parents was playing, we pretty much liked. So, like, I mean, I can think like when I had kids, I'm like, and they're playing Juice World or Little Xan or all those littles. I couldn't dig it. I'd be like, nah, you know. I don't know.
I mean, there might be one or two that I might not know about that are good or whatnot. I find it fun, like Amigos, right? Amigos kind of started that little thing.
They started the certain kind of rap style. Well, no, people saying there's I forget what group. They said Das Effect kind of.
Okay.
There's some group in the '90s that kind of started that kind of flow a little bit, but like the Migos took it to a whole nother level. Everybody raps like the Migos in the South. Seems like it. Yeah, and it's annoying as shit. I'm just like, can anybody come out with like a different style or want to be different? Nobody wants to be different anymore. Everybody wants to copy everybody.
Yeah.
And I hate that. It's like I need some originality and stuff. So yeah, I don't know about the Littles, but another Kanye produced album. This is not hip hop. It's more on the R&B tip. Artist that's on Kanye's record label, Good Music, Teyana Taylor, who I've heard before. She can sing, but like, she has a little bit of Lauryn Hill vibes on this album. Like her voice, and then the music, some of the tracks that Kanye provided for her. I'm like, okay, this has a little bit of a Lauryn Hill kind of feel, even though she doesn't rap really. She doesn't really rap on this like Lauryn Hill does, but she's more of a singer. But it was pretty dope, man. I was like, oh shoot. I was like,
was
okay.
it Kanye's seven tracks?
You know what's funny? She didn't go with everybody else's 7. She went with 8.
Nice.
Everybody was like, where's the 7? Why she got 8 and everybody else got 7? I don't know. Maybe she was like, I want that song on there. I don't give a damn, Kanye. I'm making 8.
Oh shit.
Maybe she said that. I don't know. I was kind of weird. I thought Kanye was making it seem like everyone was gonna come out with 7.
Yeah.
But she had 8. But no, it's good vibe. It's a good mellow R&B vibe album. I mean, it's pretty cool. If you don't want to be thugged out or get that trap music bouncing, if you want some mellow, just chilling, check out the Teyana Taylor K.T.S.E. I don't know what that stands for. I should have looked it up, but but go check out that album. It's pretty cool.
All right, I'll listen to that one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Good vibes. Good vibes, man. But I don't know, man. Is this?
Well, hey, wait, no.
What's up?
Fleetwood, second place.
Oh yeah, you brought it up.
Boy. We missed last week. I totally forgot about that. I know I was going to try to lead us into sports somehow. So here we go. Fleetwood, man, second place. What's up?
Yeah, your boy Fleetwood. That was a rough tournament. I mean, rough.
I wasn't really watching it too much. I was kind of listening to the highlights and stuff, and then I totally didn't pay attention to the last day. And I'm like, what? Fleetwood got up there.
Yeah, nobody got over par. I mean, under par. I don't think. I was like, damn. I think 2 of your guys were above.
Up there.
With any of us. Me and Brian had.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit. This kind of sucks, though. Like, I think Phil Mickelson did some crazy stuff. Like, he got so frustrated. He was just like, the ball was still moving and he was just hitting it. He was just so pissed off.
Yeah, I seen that. I got to watch that YouTube video. I heard about that. Like, he putted it and went too far, and then he went over there and stopped it or something. He did something crazy. And he's like, I did it because of this reason. I'm like, no, just say you freaked out a little bit. It's okay.
Yeah, he was pissed off. That course was a lot of pros play bad, like amateurs in that turn. I don't know what they did to that course, but it was horrible. I was like, damn, these scores and all this, really? I was like, yeah. So we do owe you.
Yeah.
Y'all still owe me though.
Well, I think me and you were probably we wiped clean.
Oh, okay. So it's just Brian owes both of us.
Probably, yeah.
and he's the major golfer.
Yeah, right.
He can't pick him, huh? Crazy stuff. But but what everybody's talking about in sports right now that I can't get away from is the Lakers and And is LeBron coming to the Lakers?
Is it coming back up like that?
It's because he's a free agent. Well, actually, I don't think he's opted out of his contract yet, or is he free agent? I'm not sure. But all these rumors and stories, I just don't know. They saying LeBron. Lakers are trying to get LeBron, Paul George, and trade for Kawhi from the Spurs because Kawhi Leonard is pissed off at the Spurs. He wants to get traded to the Lakers from his hometown.
Okay.
I don't think the Spurs are going to want to trade him to the Lakers of all teams to make them better. But if they trade him to another team, he still has 1 year on the contract, and he's already told teams, I'm not going to resign with you. I'm going to become a free agent after next year. So go ahead and trade for me, but I'm leaving after a year, and he'll probably join the Lakers then. So that's why I'm like, if I'm a Lakers, don't trade for Kawhi.
Yeah, because he said he's going to want to come.
Wait for him next year and come. But people think if Kawhi doesn't come, or if they don't get Paul George, and LeBron won't sign. Because LeBron is not going to come to the Lakers unless another superstar comes to the team, they think. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if Magic Johnson's going to show his charm and get on board. But, man, the Lakers got to be good again, man. I mean, it's showtime. I mean, all the stars are going to be there. I mean, why wouldn't you want to play for the Lakers? I mean,
that would be kind of nice if LeBron went over there and was able to take something.
If LeBron went to the Lakers, man, I'm like I said, I've never been the biggest LeBron fan because he didn't play for the Lakers and he played in the era where Kobe was in the Lakers, so I was more like, fuck LeBron, it's all about Kobe and the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a damn good player, I can't lie.
Yeah.
And if he came, I mean, shit. I mean, we're already in contention to at least get to the playoffs again.
Yeah.
And then you put another superstar on that team, we could contend for a title. But
when's the deadline?
July 1st is when they can start. Midnight at July 1st, you can start talking to free agents.
Ooh.
So that's when Monday.
Yep.
Something like that. So or Sunday or whatever day it is. Yeah. So I'm hoping they do something. If not, oh well, we still got a young team that's developing. We'll see if one or two of them develop to be a star.
See if anybody gets on fire.
Yeah. So, but World Cup, man.
Yeah.
World Cup, Mexico.
Yeah, we're still in it somehow. I think just by the goals. Or just being, I don't know, I haven't really found out. I was supposed to research on Wednesday. Is it just the 2 qualifying teams?
Okay, there's 8 groups.
Yes.
8 groups of 4. Mm-hmm. And the top 2 teams by the points go to the knockout round of 16.
And it's strictly just about points, right?
In the first first round when you play, you got to play everybody in your group. Mm-hmm. It's points. You're trying to get either the most points you can get. So you can be the top 2 teams to move on to the knockout round.
Gotcha,
the next round, you lose, you out.
Yeah,
that's it. You go home.
Is it so? It's one game elimination after that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. So Mexico had beat the second favorite to win the World Cup, Germany, in the first game, which everybody went crazy. I heard there was an earthquake in Mexico because everybody jumping up and down. Like it felt like an earthquake, like just the waves. Everybody was just hyped.
Oh yeah.
So. And then they beat, I think then they beat South Korea. So Mexico was looking good, but then Mexico got beat by Sweden. Mm-hmm. And they needed South Korea to beat Germany, who nobody thought South Korea was going to beat Germany. South Korea beat Germany. So that made Mexico go into the next round by points because Mexico has 2 wins. I don't want to get all technical about how it works and bore people, but just pretty much South Korea helped out Mexico to get over. And yes, I'm bummed that U.S. didn't make it. Mm-hmm. But I mean, who do you root for? Your neighbors, you know. I love Mexican women. I love Mexican food. So why don't I root for Mexico?
There you go.
You know, so. You know,
yeah, I'd be going for Mexico or Italy, and Italy didn't make it surprisingly.
I know it's kind of weird though.
Yeah, it is.
It's weird not seeing because Italy's been a soccer powerhouse for a long time. Weird not to see him in there.
Yeah, Brazil I think has the most.
Yeah,
I don't know by how many.
Yeah, Brazil moved on to the next round. It's just funny. Germany didn't.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's crazy. They won the World Cup last time too. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, was Laura hyped or what?
Yeah, she was happy the first day. Sunday she was kind of bummed. I don't think she understood exactly what was going on. I told her, I'm like, there's a way that we could still make it,
Yeah.
So, but it just seemed like the wheels fell off when they were playing. We were watching a little bit in the morning before we were going to work, and Sweden scored one goal, and then sure enough, scored a second one right after that. And then I was driving to work, and I got to the office and looked at the score, and I was like, what the hell? They ended up scoring 3?
Yeah.
I'm like, soccer's not like, you don't really score a lot of, in soccer all the time, but
nah, not that quickly unless you play some garbage ass team.
Yeah, I think they must have just got totally pissed off.
Yeah, I don't know, but no, people at work is kind of crazy. They're in the break room because they redid our whole break room, right? So it looks nice now. I got a big ass, I don't know, maybe it looks like a 70-inch TV on the wall now.
Ah, good for you guys, man.
Yeah, so like World Cup, like, because they take their breaks around the time the World Cup's going in the morning, so it's on and they're going hype, and
BJ had to go back in there, like, all right, go back to work.
I know, like, hey, 15 minutes is up. All right, come on. 15 minutes is up. It's all good. It's a game. But no, that Mexico Sweden game, I remember I went in the break room and I was like, oh shoot, Sweden's up 1-0. I was like, oh, okay, well, that's all good. So I went somewhere else. I think I was gone for like 15 minutes or 20. Come back, it was like 3-0. I was like, I said, what the hell happened? Like, it was like, damn. But oh well.
Pretty brutal.
Yeah, it's all good though. But that's the only time I watch soccer.
Yeah, me too.
I can't watch MLS or Premier League soccer or all the good leagues they got out there. But when the World Cup's on, U.S. not even playing. Like, what was I watching the other day? Well, I don't know. Any game that was on, I was watching.
Yeah, it's a huge tournament, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't care about that, man. I think I watch more World Cup than I watch TV, like regular TV. But me being a basketball fanatic, and when I was a kid, any basketball movie that came out, I would want to go see. Either it would be Above the Rim or what's that movie called?
White Man Can't Jump?
Yeah, White Man Can't Jump.
Huskies?
Sunset Park.
Ooh,
Blue Chips.
Sunset Park. What time is it? It's time to get live.
It's time to represent.
Yeah. Dude, I love that. Spaceman, that was the first time I seen Terrence Howard. I loved him from that point on.
Yeah. I remember it was like my first year. I remember me and my friends, I think it was like 8 of us. We all rolled to the movie theater. We all watched it.
Yeah, I've seen that movie so many times.
Yeah, like when I was a kid, basketball movies were like the movies I like to go see because I was really into basketball at the time.
Air Bud,
Bud. I didn't see it. I mean, I saw Air Bud, but I didn't go rush to the theaters to go see Air Bud. Like Mike and all those stupid other ones that came out.
For the Love of the Game. What's the one where they?
No, that's baseball though.
No, what's the one where they fall in love? They're like two neighbors.
One of my favorites.
Yes,
Love and Basketball.
Yes, that's a great one
because it has my girl in there.
Oh yeah,
Sanaa Lathan. She's up in there. And shout out to
So
Omar
we
Epps.
derailed.
Yeah, we derailed.
Shout out to who?
Shout out to Omar Epps.
Yeah. He was in that one too, right?
Yeah, he was in there. Yeah, but it's all about Sanaa. It's all about Sanaa. But why I bring that up is because there's this movie that's coming out with Kyrie Irving with his. He did this as a commercial for Nike called Uncle Drew.
Okay.
And he's like this old. He dresses up like this old man, and he goes basketball court and he acts like he can't play, and then he just starts balling on people.
Oh,
and
nice.
doing, he's a professional, so he's just doing crazy layups and crossing people up and making jumpers. So they actually made a movie out of it, which was kind of cool. And I don't know why. I'm thinking I'm 15 again. I'm kind of excited. I want to go see it.
Oh, you went to go see it?
No, I want to go see it.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if it's out yet, but I've been seeing the trailer.
It says it's out today.
Is it out? Well, okay,
Yeah.
I better go see it this weekend then. Yeah, so it has like Shaq dressed up as an old guy, Reggie Miller dressed up as an old guy, Chris Webber.
Nice.
So I think some other professionals in there. So it's pretty cool. And I want to see it because I don't know. I like it's like a comedy basketball movie, you know. That's those kind of movies I like. If you want to know what kind of movies I'm into.
Nice.
I like comedies, and if you can combine comedy with basketball, I'm there.
Yeah, even better.
Yeah, I'm there. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to go watch. I'll probably see it that weekend if it's out. Hopefully.
Yeah, we went. We took the boys, the nephews, to The Incredibles 2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that one was good, man. You can't go wrong with Pixar.
Mm-hmm.
What was real surprising though, they picked off like directly right where they left off. Like they didn't do like, oh, this is this amount of time after this, that. Right into it. Like just
Damn.
we just killed that guy and this is what's happening, and then they just went right into the story, which was really cool. I thought it was real interesting.
I remember when it came out too. I actually watched it, and I don't watch too many animated movies.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually watched that one. I liked that one. But I didn't realize it was like 14 years ago, was it?
Yeah, they had this thing on the opening of it, and we're like, oh, sorry, it took so long, and blah, blah, blah. 15 years went by like nothing. I'm like, what?
Damn. It didn't seem that long, did it?
No, I was not 20 when that thing came out.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, wow. That's a long time.
Right? I've been seeing that Lexor lamp for a long time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, so that one was good. I definitely strongly recommend that one. And then they had, for that one, they had in the previews, they had, or actually, I don't know if they had it in the previews, but I seen that Tim Burton's remaking Dumbo.
Oh. Come on.
I can't stand when they do these real lives, and I don't mind them doing the real lives. I really don't mind it, but I just hate them always leaning on Tim Burton, like, to do something. Like, all these live actions. I'm not a real big Tim Burton fan right off the bat, so I'm already not liking it. I like Tim Burton when he's more original, when they let him do his thing and don't just let him do a remake. But yeah. I'm excited for it. I actually seen the previews, and it seemed a little bit different. Dumbo's really hard for me to watch, period.
I remember you telling us a story about Dumbo.
Yeah, so I don't know if I really want to go back and watch it, but I think I might give it a shot.
You know what? Dumbo's so much of a classic. Do you really want to even remake it? I mean, because Tim Burton's just a dark person.
Yeah, I don't like Tim Burton at all.
Like, Dumbo's not supposed to be a dark.
Well, it is if you go back.
Yeah, that's true.
And they've got like some weird dream. Like, I watched something, I think it was a comedy, or somebody was talking about Dumbo and how scary Dumbo really is if you go watch it. It's like he gets abused by the circus. He gets made fun of by these people. He goes on. He gets the mouse gets him drunk, and he goes on like a crazy scene and stuff. Like, all this craziness stuff happens where I'm like, what the hell? Like, I don't remember all that stuff happening,
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I have to go back and watch Dumbo.
Yeah.
I haven't watched Dumbo's in a long ass time.
Oh, yeah, it's been a while.
Very long time. Yeah, Dumbo. That's crazy. Yeah, well, I guess people can't. I don't know. When I think of they make remakes, somebody's like, yeah, I have no ideas. Let's just remake something.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes. I mean, what's a good remake movie that's came out? I can't think of any, because they kind of butchered a lot of remakes.
Yeah, it's kind of like why I do it. Like, I'm a huge fan of Mary Poppins, and I'm like really scared of what they're gonna do. Like, I don't. What's that guy's name that did the? He's that famous guy that did that play that everybody's loving right now.
I'm not sure.
Oh gosh.
Is he doing Mary Poppins?
Yeah, he's the guy. He's playing the Dick Van Dyke's character. God, I can't even think of his name.
You know what? I forgot.
Manuel or something like that.
I forgot. Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I like him, especially after hearing some things about, like you said that he did a rap album and all that type of stuff with Nas and everything.
Yeah.
So I was kind of scared about it, but I still kind of am because I'm just such a big fan. It's like what you're saying, like why do something else, you know? If that's the playground you want to play with, that funny musical and all that stuff, then do it. Make it something original, you know?
Mm-hmm. Is it called Mary Poppins Returns or something like that?
I'd have to Google the exact name, but yeah, it's Mary Poppins basically.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was looking it up and it says it has Emily Blunt in it. Meryl
Yeah,
Streep.
and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, Colin Firth. It's directed by Rob Marshall.
I'm not too sure who that is.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is too,
but I'll see it.
Yeah, I mean, okay, probably gonna kill me for this, but who played the original Mary Poppins again?
Oh God, you're probably gonna. I don't even know her name.
I know we should know it, you know.
Yeah, I'm just horrible at names.
Yeah.
Where's Brian when you need him?
I know.
Oh gosh.
Julia Andrews.
Yes.
There we go. Julia Andrews.
And I like those. Like you know what's funny? Like I never really liked musicals or any of those things until I started dating Laura and I started watching them.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. White Christmas I like. And these guys, it was just back in a time where these people were so talented. It's insane. You know, like where do you go from somebody that can sing, dance, and act? Like they don't do that now. Like look at they even tried to do that new one, La La Land.
Oh yeah.
All of them couldn't really sing.
Mm-hmm.
They were all actors, and they can. I mean, don't get me wrong; they're all decent actors in themselves, but like they can't do all three of those things, you know.
Nah.
But
I don't think actors take emphasis on doing multiple things like they used to.
not no more. No.
No, not anymore. I mean, I think they took the craft a little bit more. I don't know. You can say serious, but yeah, there was no Sammy Davis Jr.'s or Frank Sinatra's today, or just they were super talented back then.
Oh yeah, I don't think anybody takes that time like that anymore, or their craft or anything like that.
No, I mean they were super talented back in the day. There's very talented actors now, but to do like you said, sing, act, and dance, all that, no, there's nobody like that anymore. You know, I mean, he doesn't do it all in the movie, but Jamie Foxx could. Dance, sing,
that guy is
and
a
act.
mechanic.
Yeah,
I don't think there's pound for pound. I don't think there's anybody that talented out right now than him.
Mm-hmm.
You can throw him in. I mean, like, look at what's her name? The famous woman singer, Bette Midler. No.
Oh, Bette Midler could sing. She did her thing. She's still around.
No, Barbara Streisand.
Barbara Streisand. Yeah,
literally,
she was one of them.
Yeah, but no, but she like literally went and got Jamie Foxx to come and do like albums of like old remakes and like, you know, she gets a lot of actors and actresses that you don't really think that can sing, but it's like to see them two together, like they did like a little YouTube thing, and oh my God, Jamie was just like perfect, awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see him on Jimmy Fallon, and he does those one things where he like mimics people, and he does like one where he acts like John Legend. Oh my!
Oh
gosh,
yeah, the John Legend one. When he, I forgot what nursery rhyme he did, or it was something. It was. I was like, damn, this guy is just very talented dude, man.
Yeah. I wish he'd do more stuff, even just producing for people. You know, if he even just played around in the background.
Yeah, because I mean, when he played Ray Charles.
I haven't seen it.
Oh man, because you know what? I mean, he could play the piano. He grew up playing the piano, so he has piano skills, and he could sing. And I remember when he was on Living Color, and you know how they do like spoofs of like music artists.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was to me. I'm thinking, okay, this is Living Color. They had like the Jodeci song come on, right? Like the beat. And I thought he was going to do a spoof of Jodeci, him and other guys. This boy just flat out sang, like really sang. And I was like, whoa, like this ain't funny. This is actually just entertaining, like good. Like he was actually singing. I was like, that's the first time I've heard Jamie like sing. Like I didn't know he had skills like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, whoa, okay, this is pretty cool. And then when he left In Living Color, he had his own TV show. Um, which he was funny. I love this. I love the Jamie Foxx show. That was a good show.
Oh yeah.
It was funny. But like when his album came out, like he's just so funny and talented and just. I mean, yeah, like you said, I wish he would maybe do that all in one movie or something, so he can display all his talents at once.
Yeah, he's kind of like. I mean, before he was him was or Childish Gambino, Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Kind of in that same realm, But I think Jamie's more of a musician though than I don't know if that's really right, but he can sing better than I think Childish can. Like I don't think Childish can have that range that Jamie Foxx has. It's just there's no way.
No, I mean Childish, he's more of a rapper,
Mm-hmm.
And I think he produces some of his music and stuff. I mean, he's a great writer, good actor. It's just Jamie's just. I mean, he can play the piano, can sing his ass off, can be funny. I don't like Jamie in serious roles. What was that movie he did with Tom Cruise? I can't remember it.
Oh, Miami Vice?
No, it was like I think that was like one of his serious like movies. I recall seeing him in first.
Well, he did one with, I think the most serious one he won an Oscar for, I thought. Wasn't that The Soloist?
I thought it was the Ray Charles one. No?
Oh.
No, he didn't win for Ray Charles. He didn't. I think he should have because he played his ass off for that one.
I think he got something for The Soloist. I don't know.
I didn't see The Soloist.
Soloist was good, and that was like about a true story. I think about a guy with, I don't know what mental illness he had, but he was a bum. And somebody took a liking to him, and they got him like on a national stage somewhere. It's been a while since I've seen that, but that was like a serious role of him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the movie I was talking about was Collateral.
Okay.
With Tom Cruise.
I think I've seen a little bit of that.
Yeah, he was like a taxi driver. And,
yeah.
And yeah, I was like, oh, okay, this is not a funny Jamie Foxx. This is more of a serious role. I kind of liked the movie. I think it was pretty cool. It was directed by Michael Mann.
He probably stole Tom Cruise's wife after that, though.
You know what? I've been seeing him in a lot of interviews. He don't bring up Katie, so I don't know
more, right?
I don't know if they. I think they split.
I think so too.
I don't think they're together anymore because he don't talk anything about. All he's been promoting is his new show, that Shazam, which is it's a funny show. I like it.
I like that show.
I want to compete on it. Honestly.
Yeah. I told you and Brian should do that for sure.
I want to compete. Yeah, I really want to compete. I think I'll be aight.
Aight.
I'll be aight.
I think B.M.B might do a good job with that.
Yeah, we know some music. I think he'll know more of the.
I think what you won't know, he'll know, and vice versa.
Yeah, I think we'll be a good combo. Bring that money back.
Mm-hmm.
Pay off that debt. Yeah, crazy though. But no, man. Yeah, we need more. Like you said, more musical people out there.
Yeah, just talented people, period.
No, I got you. So what's up with the Seinfeld thing, man?
What's up with what?
Seinfeld.
Oh, Seinfeld. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm sorry, bro, man. I'm sick.
No, that's me, man. I said Seinfeld. I strolled back up there too.
Seinfeld.
I was like, oh damn. Oh, me and Laura gone back. I've been trying to get Laura to watch Seinfeld forever, and she's just like, it's not funny. It's not funny, So I just kind of like made her just have to watch it with me. Mm-hmm. And like she wouldn't pay attention half the time, and then she slowly started coming around and laughing at him. Now she she thinks it's stupid, but she kind of understands the comedy now, because that's what I told her. I was like, it's just about day-to-day life.
Yeah,
it's nothing really funny. It's the monotony, it's the little things, it's just like putting a microscope to those little things and really diving into those.
Yeah,
but it's just about reality in real life, So she slowly started liking it now. So we're going back and binging those on Hulu right now.
Okay, yeah, I love me some Seinfeld. Like, if you don't get the humor, you're not gonna. I mean,
yeah,
Larry David and Seinfeld, great job, right?
Oh yeah, great duo. Show.
Yeah, it's just I love me some Seinfeld. It's funny that she's watching it, because I've always told Brian that how Laura has curly hair, she kind of reminds me of Elaine from Seinfeld. I've been telling Brian that for years.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Laura always says, "Is that Elaine's real hair? Like, is that how her
It
hair is?" I was
is.
like, "I don't know.
It
I don't
is.
recall." That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, she reminds me of Elaine from Seinfeld with her curly hair like that. That's what I thought of the first time I saw Laura.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, but now I'm finding out she's never even watched Seinfeld.
No,
Till
I mean
now.
she's seen it, of course, but I
Yeah.
don't think she's never watched it till now.
Oh, okay. No, I got you. She's too busy watching Ghost Rider now.
Yep. Yeah, and talking about that too, we're gonna. I think tomorrow we have another open house. Somebody's coming to the house. I think we're gonna try to go see. They just did a documentary on Mr. Rogers.
I heard about that. It's not everywhere though, right?
Yeah, it's selective theater, so
Like
we're
in
gonna
LA
try to
area?
find it tomorrow.
Okay. Somebody I follow on Instagram, a comedian, said you got to go watch it. It's a dope documentary. I'm like, yeah, I would like to because I used to watch Mr. Rogers back in the day.
Yeah, so I'm excited. Like I remember a lot of this stuff. I don't think I watched it like religiously, but like I think my jam was like Gumby was mine.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What I was like really into, but yeah, I mean we need more things like that, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Like me and Laura, like we talk about we want to like buy the box set of like Sesame Street and watch those with our kids, like the old school stuff. I mean, at one point in time, we bought the Bill Cosby thing. I mean, that's going to be kind of tainted, but I mean, the story and what they're his message is still something, you know. That's in there.
No,
You know?
it is.
It really is. I mean, whatever he did outside of that, he was a hypocrite, and criticized a lot of people and try to put on this fasana or whatever it is, But I mean, there was a great message in there, So I don't know if we'll pull that out, but we'll see. But even Mr. Rogers would be something great to go back on and watch with somebody or with my kid or something,
Yeah, I mean, look, whatever Bill got accused of, he did whatnot, whatever. But what the show provided, especially for me being a black man, and what it showed to a lot of black people, which they loved the Cosby Show because it was a successful black family who kids all went to college, and the mom was a lawyer, the father was a doctor. I mean, they lived in a nice brownstone, and I think they lived in D.C., I believe, in the show was where we was taking it. But I mean, the Cosby Show was a great show. I mean, Bill Cosby was God back then to a lot of black people. Well, maybe I don't know about the hood, but like it made you look like, oh, hey, if we just try hard, we can be that.
Yeah.
So there wasn't that many shows like that with all black cast that showed that kind of successful that a family can be.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like, think about that. Like, what were you looking up to as a child? As because you do look at those types of things. You look at what you're like and who you're like, and you look up to those things. But what really was there that was a positive thing that was on TV? There might have been one cast or one character at a show, but I mean, like you're saying, like a full blown cast, everybody. That's got to be awesome for somebody to look up to.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was a good thing. And then they had a little spinoff, The Different World.
Yeah.
When the daughter Lisa Bonet went to college, but then she went away from the show, and then there was no more Lisa Bonet on Different World, but Different World carried on, which I like because it was about a lot of black people in college, and it was like an all black college though. But just seeing that, if you're growing up like in the hood or something like that, and you're thinking times rough, I got gangs around the corner. I'm trying to dodge. I'm trying to go down the right path. Maybe like some people, like their father's not in their life. So what do you look for what's an example of something positive?
There's not
of
much.
my race. Cosby. Sometimes you watch that, you can get inspiration off a TV show from people. Like I can do that. Like I can get out of this gutter and be something and have a family and have all my kids go to college. So I mean, at the time I didn't think of it, but as I got older, I looked at the Cosby Show. Like, you know what? Damn, that was a good show to have on.
No, I mean, me and Laura, we honestly, like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, as a kid, how you don't really watch something so now that you can binge it or you can watch every single episode. I've always seen the Cosbys. I've always watched the Cosbys, but I don't think I've ever, until we bought that CD, that box set, like we've seen every single one of them. And from the very beginning, just the things that he was even teaching Theo about money, you know, he's like, all right, you want a girl? Cool. You want some fly shoes? Boom, boom. And just taking it, and just the things that he showed just right there, you know, was just awesome. And then he just kept that going. And like, honestly, like it was very, very, shaped probably me and Laura how we would want to raise children, you know, how we would look at raising children. Everything that it was about him, you know, that or what he tried to show there was awesome. And that's the whole thing. Is like that's the hard thing to do with these people that we idolize, you know, is realize first of all they are human and they make huge mistakes. And it's about separating the artist from the art, you know, or the artist from the person, you know. And I think it's very hard to do for some people, you know, and I'm not a woman, so I really can't speak on that aspect of it.
That's true.
But I can definitely say, like, for that moment in time, and even up until I heard about it, like, I still will always love that show for just what it taught me and Laura for, you know, even years after the thing was done. We just barely binged it maybe like 5 years ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I was in it when it was on. Like I was watching it. So I've seen a lot of episodes. So, but no, I mean it's a great show. I'm glad that it was created and put out there. And yeah, like you said, you got to separate. It's just kind of like reminds me. I know it's kind of stupid, but everybody's gonna know that OJ was a murderer. OJ was a murderer and all this other stuff. But OJ was a goddamn great football player.
Yeah,
you can't take that away from him.
No, not at all.
I mean, he did his dirt. He's done some very messed up stuff, but before all that, anybody knew anything about that, he was a god. He was one of the greatest running backs of all time in the NFL. He was people loved him. He was in movies, and he was, you know, the Naked Gun movie. I thought he was hilarious in those movies, man.
He was great in those things.
Yeah, it was hilarious, but like you said, I mean, now you say OJ, you don't think the running back for the Buffalo Bills was a Naked Gun, was doing the Hertz commercials. You think of OJ, the guy that got away with murder, what most people would say.
How much balls would I give Ford, because Ford's bringing back the Bronco, if they literally just went and gave like the like had him be like in the commercials of that.
Hell.
If they just had OJ bring back the Bronco, like literally just like the brand new white Bronco, even if he just walked by it like in the background, oh my god, I'd give Ford so much props. I mean, I know they'd get so much backlash though.
That would be the most. Well, I'm sorry, I'm about to be a little evil right now. I know what happened to the family and people got killed and all, but that would be the most funniest shit I've ever seen in my life if they ever did that. I mean, just that was, man. You talk about social media now. Oh, they would go crazy over that.
Oh yeah.
But honestly, I have a feeling if they do make a commercial about the Bronco, and it's a white Bronco in the commercial, somebody somehow is going to edit OJ in the Bronco.
Oh yeah.
Do, you know, a voiceover or something, because
easily. If that doesn't happen after a week, I'll make it somehow. I'll figure out how to do it.
Oh man, yeah.
No, but back to the good stuff. I mean, that it's good for those things to exist. You know, like granted, whatever he did. Like even like now, I think of there's one. Fresh off the boat, you know, with the Asian family, you know, it's just good for everybody to have that, you know. It's like we've gone so long with white family soap operas or not soap operas,
TV shows, really.
Yeah, TV shows, sitcoms, you know, like sitcoms. That it's just like, you know, it's like everybody needs something to relate to. Like even now, like there's one on. I know before they had like George Lopez and all that stuff, but there's one that I really, really enjoyed on Netflix that me and Laura like one day at a time, and it's about, you know, a Cuban family. But dude, and I love it because it's kind of like Bill Cosby, where they attack some real issues, you know, that in a really good way. Like one of the daughters is like a lesbian. Like they do the immigrant about like the son being an immigrant and how to tackle that, and like the kid gets made fun of, and it's just like I like that they're still doing that people are still willing to push the envelope and tackle these issues that like nobody ever really wants to talk about.
Yeah, no, that's good to have those things out there because, I mean, not everything can be just silly, funny all the time. You gotta throw some messages in there.
Yeah, and no matter how much we all want to think it's gone, it's still there. It's still
there.
all in everywhere.
Yeah, it's always going to be there.
Shit, we talked about when are we ever gonna get real? I think we just did.
It got real. Yeah,
shit just got real.
Hey, Will, I know you're listening, man.
Hey, Will, there you go. You accomplished it.
We talked a little bit about some real shit, some real stuff, homie.
So let's talk about some real picks then. What you got?
Well, I don't know if you guys can tell by my voice. I've been sick for like about 2 weeks now. So, I'm going to put to the fact that, yes, I'm probably not eating the best food in the world, but drink more water.
Oh,
I mean, to keep a healthy lifestyle, you got to drink more water. And I think I went through 2 cases of water in this past 2 weeks since I've been sick. I've been drinking water like crazy, like the most ever I ever drink water. I'm just trying to get better, knock this out of my system, and I'm drinking water bottles left and right. I'm killing them.
Good.
Yeah, but just if you're not sick, just water's life. It's healthy,
Nick Jenkins said so.
Just that's true. Just drink as much water you can. They said drink 8 glasses of water a day. If you can drink more, all power to you. Just my pick is just drink more water. Try to live a healthy lifestyle. I know I'm the wrong guy to be preaching a healthy lifestyle, but I'm just saying I'm watching out for you people out there, man.
Yeah, drink some water.
Drink some water.
Yeah, I got one of those big old Yeti water bottle things, and it's about 32 ounces, and I try to do 4 of them a day.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a big water jug that I got for well, I got it as a birthday gift. It was like I had a bunch of like protein powder and like certain pre-workout stuff, and I'm not good about keeping up taking those stuff, but I do have a big old water jug that I need to fill up and bring to work with me every day.
Yeah, well, this will help you, man, especially with everything that's going on. If you've already done it, like I used to never drink water.
Yeah.
Never. And now, like, all I do is drink water. And that's because of Laura, too, because that's all she drinks.
Oh, okay. No, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but my picks, we've got open houses going on. And, it's kind of weird leaving your house open for people just to walk through and stuff. So, they have these little cameras called these Wyze cameras. They're like literally $30, $20. You put them in your house. They give you cloud for a week, up to 2 weeks that it stores in the cloud. So you don't have to pay any subscription, no nothing. If you want more, you can pay for more storage.
Yeah,
it's like totally awesome for us to keep track of like the house and stuff. So we've been kind of using that to watch people walk through the house.
Okay, just for that. So do you still have the Ring or no?
I still have the Ring outside.
Yeah.
But kind of when they're inside, they're like poking around inside,
Okay. So you have it set up right when they come in or around the house or something?
Yeah, like in the kitchen.
Oh, just in the kitchen? Oh,
yeah, then we kind of eavesdrop on them, hear what the hell they're saying about the house, too.
Okay. That's crazy.
So that's mine.
No, okay. Crazy. Well, Brian's not here to make a pick, so. But that's gonna be it, man. We did it this episode 15. I mean, I appreciate everybody who's been listening and giving us feedback on our episodes. I mean, we're trying to get better every time. Come up with new ideas to talk about, new things to talk about. So.
Yep, and if you got some new ones, let us know.
Yeah, you know all the platforms and stuff that we're on, so just hit us up there. But one thing I want to talk about before we end this podcast is a rapper named XXXTentacion passed away, and I barely got into his music maybe a few months back. Heard his album, has a dope song with Joey Badass.
Yes, he does.
I thought he was more like one of the littles.
Me too.
I was like, oh, it's another one of those littles. But actually listening to his lyrics and his songs,
he spits real stuff.
I was like, okay, this kid's for real. Yes, he did some messed up stuff. Everybody talks about what he did to his pregnant girlfriend or whatnot. But for what I want to say is, everybody does dirt. I mean, he's a young kid. Everybody's done some things they're not supposed to do. But this kid lost his life, and you have to pay respect because that kid has a mother, has a father, probably has siblings who are devastated by the loss that he's not around anymore.
Yeah.
So I just want to say rest in peace, Triple S Extension. Gone too soon. I heard he was trying to better himself and turn over, but I mean, I think God was like, "Hey, it's your time, bro.
Yeah,
it's your time." But yeah, just my thing, man. Like, yeah, he did some things he ain't supposed to do, but I mean, how many rappers do we listen to done some stuff they weren't supposed to do, and we think of them as gods?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So that'll do it for episode 15. Almost driving time, as Mike would say.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys next week.
All right. Thank you for listening.
Peace out. Subscribe to B.M.B. Podcast on iTunes to listen, comment, and review. And you can also listen on YouTube and podbean.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at B.M.B. Podcast 3, and also on our Facebook fan page where you can vote on polls and stay up to date on future podcast episodes.